What is going on, you guys? Namacon here, bringing you my perspective as to what Entertainment is bringing us. And welcome to a brand new discussion video. And this time, I'll be talking about the future of the Donkey Kong franchise. And I will not be doing this alone, as always. And the first person I'll be introducing is Basu. How are you doing today?
The water is poisoned.
Yes, sir. And the next person I'll be introducing is Forze. How are you doing today?
What is going on, guys? Today is going to be an amazing, fantastic day. It is now October 9th. This program starts now, and I'm being honored to have be in this video for today. Thank you
All
so
right.
much, Namicon, for inviting me in this special program.
Of course, man. Of course, man. There was one more person I wanted to invite. His name is Starman, but seems like he couldn't make it. But unfortunate. But we'll have to move on. And the first thing we're going to be talking about is the Switch version of Tropical Freeze. So the, I actually have this version, but I never played the version. I have played this game on the Wii U. This game is one of the greatest 3D platformers of all time. Yeah, there's no sugarcoating this. It is an absolute masterpiece. But the fact that they were charging the Switch version for $60 is absolutely wild to me. Only because they added Funky Kong as a playable character, which don't get me wrong, I love Funky Kong, but charging $60 for Funky Kong is absolutely diabolical to me. All right, I'll pass this off to Basu.
I mean, I'm not really surprised considering that this is Nintendo. They are literally like the kingpins of you will buy nostalgia and you will be happy about it. Like Nintendo literally is out here charging you like top dollar premium for your nostalgia. Like I played Tropical Freeze. I thought it was an amazing platformer. I mean, hell, it even got on Nintendo Select, so it got reduced down to like $20, but they wanted to charge $60 because reasons. And I'm
Yeah,
like, I'm not surprised, but I'm still disappointed because this is Nintendo. I mean, I could go into detail about current stuff, but no, we're talking about Donkey Kong here.
yeah, yeah. All right, Forze.
I'm going to get started with you. Tropical Freeze was honestly, it should have been like a DLC, which I thought was going to be the continuation of Donkey Kong Country from the Wii version. But, adding Donkey Kong into the game was pretty cool. But seriously, charging it for $60 was like not worth the price. Like, what's the point? It's like, oh hey guys, we just got remember this game? We're gonna add this new character into the newest console, but
He's
it's
not
gonna charge
even
you
new.
X. It is to be
He's
new. It's
not.
like an added content.
He's not even new. He was in Mario Kart Wii. He's not even new.
Yeah,
For me, he is new.
We been
I
no
don't remember
Funky Kong. He's not
Donkey
even
Kong like that.
new.
yeah, yeah. He's been in the DK. He's been with DK since day one, mind you. So yeah,
Trying to
and
refresh
Again,
for
my
like
mind.
I said, Nintendo are the kingpins of nostalgia bait and nostalgia pandering. They will literally sell you nostalgia for a premium, and you'll be happy about it.
I wouldn't even count it as nostalgia because at the time when it came out, the game was like barely 5 years old at the time.
Yeah, it was barely 5 years old, but it was still on Nintendo Select, so it got its price cut down to $20. And then they said, "Yo, we're gonna charge you more."
Yeah, pretty much. And for a while, for years, this was the only DK related thing we got. Unless you count all the DK games on the NSO, this was the only DK related thing we got. That was until Diddy Kong and Funky Kong came out in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe as part of the Booster Quartz Pass. And at the time, this was a big deal because not just for Donkey Kong fans, but also for Mario Kart fans, because at the time we when the Booster Quartz Pass was announced, we did not. None of us thought they were gonna add characters. That was until they added Birdo mid season, and that was when the conversations of adding new characters were started. And lo and behold, we got the return of Diddy Kong and Funky Kong in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. Seeing them back was a absolute sight to behold, and it was great seeing them again. Up
I mean, for me, like, I didn't really get the hype between Diddy and Funky Kong. Funky Kong, I actually did understand the hype because, well, he hasn't really been in a Mario Kart game since Wii, and he kind of like took a backseat with the Wii U version of Mario Kart 8. I don't remember if he was in 7 because I very briefly played 7. But once I actually did some research, I'm like, oh yeah, this was a really big deal for Donkey Kong fans because Donkey Kong fans are very lucky just to get scraps for anything from Nintendo, especially when it comes to the 3D side of things that we'll talk about later. But I thought it was pretty cool that Mario Kart 8 Deluxe even got DLC, considering the fact that when it comes to Mario Kart games, there is never a roadmap in place for if they're going to get content. You'll have to just sit there and pray that there's something. Because I actually did research on how long it took for Mario Kart 8 and Deluxe to get DLC. Because Mario Kart 8 didn't get DLC until like 6 months after launch. So Mario Kart World fans start praying. Meanwhile, Deluxe did not get any DLC until 5 years after launch, which really makes my knees kind of shudder in pain.
Yeah, and mind you,
Yeah, I definitely agree on that.
yeah, mind you, none of us thought the eight Deluxe was gonna get DLC.
I mean, to
Until
be fair, I thought Deluxe was fine as it was. 3 lap tracks, fast paced Mario Kart. I thought it was perfect. And then they started adding in the course booster pass, and I was like, okay, more content. Even though most of the content is just recycled from Mario Kart Tour, but hey, at least it's something that we can munch on in order to wait for the next Mario Kart.
I mean, for a lot of us, the tour content is new because I'm being real with you. I don't play mobile
I
games.
mean, yeah, for a lot of us, tour content is new because who the fuck plays tour? Tour was literally pay to win until they had to change it later on.
Yeah, pretty much.
Remember when I
Uh,
first played it, but then I gave up. It just wasn't for me.
yeah, so pretty much. I do like some of the tour tracks. Ninja Hideaway is absolutely absolutely
Ninja
perfect.
Hideaway easily is my favorite one out of all
Yeah,
the acoustic voice
yeah,
tracks. My only complaint about Ninja Hideaway is that it was the first one.
yeah, yeah.
That's my only complaint. It was the first one. It should have been like near the end of it. I don't know why they put like their best foot forward first. It's like because like the course booster pass kind of lost its appeal as more time went on, and of course I was on the hopium that maybe Airship Fortress would be in there, and then and my hopes were dashed, and then I saw it in Mario Kart 1. I'm like, yes, finally, my favorite course from DS is back. Oh wait, it's on the Switch too. Well, god damn it, Nintendo.
Yeah, pretty much. And Forza.
I mean, yeah, seeing those two, Diddy Kong and Funky Kong again was like, man, will Funky Kong be broken just like the Wii days? But I never played Funky Kong that much, but I've been seeing his world record mostly on the Wii days. But I don't see him playing that much, mostly on the 8 Deluxe.
Yeah,
I
I
do
don't.
see them mostly online, mostly Japanese players and all that stuff. Like, how's he so good? I just don't understand
Yeah, I don't
the
even.
meta.
Yeah, I don't know the
The
meta
marker.
regarding Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. I don't
Yeah.
even know if he's like the best character in the game. Probably not.
Yeah, but what he said about the DLC, I was like, it's about freaking time. I was like, when is Nintendo gonna be like, all right, let's go ahead and let's raise the fans, let's do some DLC content for Mario Kart 8. This time, let's add some retro tracks, but not retro. They decided to use some of the tour, which obviously tour was like my least favorite in the Mario Kart series, which I didn't like it honestly. Only 2 laps, and that's about it.
All right, let's move on from Mario Kart 8 and let's talk about the Switch port of Donkey Kong Country Returns. Once again, this port is $60, but at least they added content for the Wii version. That added content is from the 3DS version. And apparently, this port is literally the 3DS version, unchanged. The only thing that they did was that they improved the resolution, but otherwise, it's it's the 3DS version of Donkey Kong Country Returns. I I haven't played that version. I've only played the Wii version. Uh, great, good game. Oh, but oh my god, this game is so fucking hard. It's so fucking hard, man. And makes sense. It's a Donkey Kong game. Donkey Kong games are known to be challenging, but my god, this was pretty egregious. I'll pass it out to Basu.
As someone who actually did 100% the 3DS version, when I did play the Switch version, I was like, did they really just port over the 3DS content and just say like AI upscale the graphics? And then I got like to near endgame. I'm like, they really just ported over the 3DS version and said this is now like what the Wii version should have been. And I'm like, you know, I kind of feel ripped off because the 3DS version was like $30, and like you could like take it with you on the go compared to the Wii version. And oddly enough, Namihon, I actually think that the 3DS version is harder than the Wii version. Like the Wii version is hard, but I think the 3DS version is way harder.
That's actually wild to hear because from what I've heard, it's like they added more stuff to make it easier.
They added more stuff to make it easier, like a difficulty slider, but let's be honest, who actually uses it?
I wouldn't use it to be fair.
Exactly. So it was hard.
All right, Forza.
Well, I only play mostly the Wii version and the 3DS, which to this day, I still have the copy of the Wii version and the 3DS.
Mm.
Which, man, that game was amazing. I remember when it first came out during the E3 press conference. I was kind of glad, like, finally a Donkey Kong game, like about damn time. On the Wii version was really fun. I actually liked it. 3DS, when I first heard it, I'm like, oh, cool. Now I can definitely play that game on the go when I was in high school. And then when I saw the new modes, I was like, oh, okay, would you like to play the new mode or mostly the Wii mode? I was like, let's all try the 3DS mode and see how it is. And then the Switch version, I was planning to get it, but I was like, I don't know, if it's going to be a brand new content or is it going to be on the 3DS there? But after what I heard, I was like, all right, I'm glad I didn't spend another money on that game.
Yeah, pretty much.
Hey. But even though Donkey Kong Country Return is still one of my personal favorite game, which will always be into my heart. I love the Donkey Kong 2D platform series. And that game was amazing. It's like what
Definitely is a platformer of all time.
It's
yep.
a damn good
like,
game.
Just like what Peacemaker says. Just like what
So
Peacemaker said. It was perfect. Perfect. Everything. Down.
That's not Peacemaker, that's Homelander.
A Peacemaker
yeah.
was the John Cena one.
I did watch The Boys.
I'm
That's
loving
Homelander's quote.
All right, let's move on from Donkey Kong Country Returns to Donkey Kong being in Epic Universe. So this was
I
a yeah. So this was long rumored before it was announced, and now it's gonna be an Epic Universe in Florida. Oh man, seeing Donkey Kong getting his own theme park is actually wild and amazing to see. It's just it's just a shame for me that it's specifically catering towards Donkey Kong Country Returns since since the tikis are there, but instead of the Kremlins, but it's fine by me. We'll probably see the Kremlins at some point in the park, but yeah, seeing the DK park in Epic Universe is actually is amazing. I want to go to Epic Universe so bad, but fine, for financial reasons is preventing me from going there. All right, I'll pass it off to Basu.
Yeah, I actually did hear the news that Donkey Kong is getting his own amusement park, and I thought that was pretty darn cool. Like any video game character that gets any representation in the form of like an amusement park or anything like that, I think that's only a great thing to represent that IP. And like Mummy Khan said, I would also like to go. Same like how I'd like to go to to Universal for the Mario stuff, but financially I just can't because it's like, bro, like that's an arm and a leg just to go for like 2 days. I'm not doing that.
Yeah. All right, pass it off to Forte.
Well, good news. I'll be going there in November, so I'm definitely going to see it for myself because all thanks to one of my closest friends, he just told me that he already got the tickets ready to go to Universal Studio, which we are going to that Epic Universe as well. And I'm like, cannot wait. When I heard a Donkey Kong have his own theme park, let's go. That's what I'd like to see. I cannot wait. Hopefully, I'll send you guys some pictures once I go there in
Yeah, man.
November. So we don't know the date, so I can't wait.
Yeah, man. Send screenshots.
Yes,
Send us a
sir.
postcard.
Send pictures.
And hopefully, I can get some merch. And hopefully, get some merch too. I might pick a lucky winner who might get one.
Yes,
Don't
sir.
pick me. I don't really care too much.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
All right.
All right. I'm gonna take it off the list. All right. Okay, that's good.
Let's move on from the Epic Universe and talk about
Okay.
DK's design for Mario Kart World. This was a big talking point. This was a big talking point when the Switch 2 was revealed, and there was a big debacle about this, and some people liked it, some people didn't, and it was a pretty big it was a pretty big debacle. I thought it was pretty cool. He got a pretty big redesign. Yeah, he looks good. He looks better than he was in Mario Kart 8. I will tell you that much. But any uh but anyways, I like this new design. He looks a lot more like he reminds me of some of he reminds me of the old like the 60s Disney 60s Looney Tunes shorts but yeah, the Tex Avery creation, yeah, back in the 40s and 50s. But otherwise, I really like this new redesign. I'll pass it off to Bossu.
When I first saw Donkey Kong's redesign during the Switch Direct, I'm not gonna hold you. I thought that was the ugliest motherfucker I've ever dared laid eyes on. I'm like, who is that? That is not my Donkey Kong. Like that is not my menacing banana munching monkey that I grew up with. But the more that I looked at it, the more I realized, no, this definitely fits because Donkey Kong has been long overdue for any type of redesign. And if they did anything right, I think they did Donkey Kong right. It's going to take a while for the vast majority of people to, come around and get used to his new design, as well as a certain other someone that needs a redesign, but that's a different discussion. I think it fits him. Diddy Kong, I think they should just go back because no, the donkey's fine.
Okay. Forze?
I agree with him on the same page. At first, when I saw the new design, I really didn't like it at that time. When the Mario Kart World was announced, I'm like, no, this DK. It reminds me of the Super Nintendo days. I prefer the old one because I grew up with the old DK. And then when I finally heard he's finally gonna have his own game, Donkey Kong Bonanza, it slowly started to develop on me. Like, oh, okay, now I'm starting to like this design DK in this new game, which makes sense. I mean, the eyes was the one that I didn't like the majority. I was like, what is that eye he got? The eye that kind of like creeped me out. But after seeing gameplay of Bonanzas, I'm like, okay, now I definitely see like the whole setting, what it is that I redesigned. At least they keep the tie though. That's the best part for me.
At least they kept the tie. If they got rid of the
Yep.
tie, I would have rioted.
Yeah, all
Yep,
of us
same
would have
here. The
rioted.
tie was glad. I'm glad that the tie was still there.
All right, let's move on from
But
Mario
does the
Kart.
movie one count? Does the movie version count for the
Yeah,
DK design?
I think the movie version's its own thing.
Okay, so the movie's one count. I was just curious.
yeah. let's move on from Mario Kart World and all right, let's talk about DK Bonanza. Oh my god, yeah, this is gonna be the biggest talking point because Bonanza, when it was revealed, man, I literally could not believe what I was seeing, man. So there were rumors before Bonanza came out that Donkey Kong was gonna get a game. We don't even know if it was gonna be 3D or 2D, but man, seeing Donkey Kong getting a brand new game in over a decade was incredible. It was absolutely incredible. And not just that, it was a 3D Donkey Kong game since DK64, uh, which was 2 decades ago. That
It
was
was nearly, I think it was like 26 years ago, I think, give
yeah,
or
that was
take.
Yeah, November 22nd, 1999.
oh my
Yeah.
god, yeah, wow, yeah, it's been that long. Yeah,
Yep.
seeing Donkey Kong Bonanza was absolutely a sight to behold, and the anticipation for that game was sky high for me. I literally could not wait to play it, and I did. I beat it the story mode. It was absolutely incredible. It's my game of the year so far, and I absolutely love the whole world. It's all the worlds that we explore. The music is I really like the music too, and I also really like the three Void Code three Void Code cons. They were so cool, and and so oh god, yeah, we got to talk about the final boss, not Void Con. We
Oh
got to
goodness!
talk about K.
It came right at
Rool's
the
grand
perfect time.
entrance. Oh yeah,
Oh,
not only
it came at the absolute perfect time. It seems
yeah, and
this is like mainly the thing I would
yeah,
love to talk about with this game now.
yeah, and not only K. Rool's grand entrance, we also introduce Starman. How are you doing today?
Hello, I'm doing all right. Big fan of that ape there.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
That big old DK. I'm a fan of him.
Yep. All right. And all right, Basu. How do you feel? I know that you don't have the Switch 2, but how are you liking Bonanza? And I know that you were spoiled about the great Crocodile King
Uh,
making his grand entrance.
So, like Donkey Kong said, I kind of refuse to give Nintendo any of my money because they're a bunch of greedy
okay,
assholes.
fair. Especially nowadays, fair.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing. I have a lot
You're
to
not
say
fucking
about
with them
Donkey
during
Kong.
the Switch 2.
I have a lot to say about Donkey Kong Bonanza and Nintendo, but I want to at least start with the game. So Donkey Kong Bonanza, for the brief amount of time that I've at least played it, okay, I've at least played the game. I didn't beat it because again, I don't own a Switch 2. I don't plan to for like the next like year or so because whenever a new console comes out, there's like no games on it, so I'd rather just wait. But Nomi-Con was in town. I decided he had a Switch 2. I was like, you know what? I was like, you know what? Hey, I'll give it a shot. I'll play for a little bit. Get my first impressions. Gameplay wise, because I don't really give a fuck about the narrative because I didn't play the game. But gameplay wise, definitely a 9 out of 10 for like how much you can explore,
for sure.
the amount of destruction you can do, the amount of tech that people have discovered with speedrunning. Like this
Yeah.
game is definitely a game of the year contender. Do I think it's gonna win? No, because it's Nintendo. Let's be real. Like Nintendo will get lucky for a nomination, but very
why
rarely
they
will
got
they
such
ever
a
win.
hate over there.
Very rarely will Nintendo ever win, but I don't think it's gonna win because there's a lot of competition for Donkey Kong Bonanza.
Yeah.
But gameplay wise, 9 out of 10, damn near perfect. I thought that the gameplay was amazing, but the game itself, I have to drop it down from like potentially an 8 all the way down to a 6. And I think
Damn.
Nomicon knows why I did that.
Is it because of the Switch? It's on the Switch 2 or?
No, it's because they decided to release DLC 2 months after the game came out and charged $20 for it.
Oh, okay.
That is true. I don't know why they decided to do that. You could have
Like
just waited
the
a
thing
year
is that
to
$70 for the base game is just that's just the standard now. If you don't like $70 games, then you're just not a gamer and you rather just emulate it, and that's fine.
Then
But this is now the standard. It's either you pay up or you emulate. Now, $70 for Donkey Kong Bonanza, I think, is worth its asking price. Like $80 for Mario Kart World. Oh my god, I could talk about that game all day. But I'm
They made that bundle just because they knew.
yeah, they
knew
knew,
they were
but
no way people were gonna actually
this is
fall for
about the
that.
big
I mean,
man.
they
I'm not
did,
talking
but
about Mario Kart.
I know I didn't. I just wanted the
It's about the
bundle.
big man. So I thought that it was completely out of left field that they would release DLC right after the game came out and then have the absolute cojones to charge $20 for something that should have been free. I think that alone is going to drop all people's opinion on Donkey Kong Bonanza at least a little bit. Because it definitely soured my opinion of the game. Because I thought that the game was perfectly fine as it was. It didn't really need any DLC, but any DLC would be appreciated. But like $20 for DK Island and a roguelike mode so soon after launch is just so out of touch, so anti-consumer, and it's like Nintendo, like, do you really value greed and money over just making people happy?
Yeah,
Like that's just my stance on it.
It doesn't even seem like it's a like they're doing this because they're like an absolute evil. I mean, Nintendo is evil. That goes out saying, but like it generally just feels like they like didn't realize like, oh, if we release this soon, people are going to be mad. Like they almost either didn't realize it because they're so like full of themselves nowadays, or they just completely like.
Well, I mean, like the thing is, like people aren't really mad that they released the DLC so soon. They're mad that they released the DLC and charged $20 for it.
Mm-hmm. That's just
because again, like everything now has a price. I have
no clue how that.
Like if it was free, I would not have an angry tune about Donkey Kong Bonanza because the game itself is amazing, but it's completely soured by the fact that it has $20 DLC attached to it. So if you want the full content, you're now paying $90 up front.
Which is generally kind of insane. Like I didn't think that the game even needed like a whole like extra mode or whatever.
It did.
It would have been nice. Would have been.
It didn't.
Even nicer.
The game was fine as it was. I mean, hey, DLC is appreciated, but
it's so weird that they're.
But Nintendo being Nintendo, they said no. We're gonna charge
at
you
this
for
point
because you guys love Donkey Kong, right? Like I know it's been 26 years since the last 3D Donkey Kong game, so we're not only gonna charge you $70 because that's the standard MSRP, but we're also gonna gouge out even more of your bank account by charging $20 for DLC that honestly should either be $10 at most or just a free update. Because again, if I want to make a comparison,
all the free updates they love doing.
Because if I want to make
a very free update only for a Switch member online.
Because if I want to make a very brief comparison, just look at Sonic Frontiers. I mean, I know it's about the big man, but look at Sonic.
Absolutely, absolutely.
$50 game, like open zones, and yet all the content afterwards was free.
Sega like.
Meanwhile, Nintendo wants to charge you for that shit. That's crazy. But
Sega
that's my take.
The difference is like Sega likes like they respect their customers. I feel maybe not much more than Nintendo, but like there's definitely like something there that they're like they respect people who buy their games when like Nintendo like genuinely is just like, okay, you bought our game, now we'll buy it either bare bones at launch with literally like nothing in the form of free updates or $20 DLC that has a new mode.
You see, the thing is,
it's
the idea of coming back to DK Island after so long and since DK64. I actually love that idea. You have to pay me. I have to pay $20 for that. Fuck that. I'm good.
I still haven't bought it. I would like to. Like, it does. The mode does look interesting. It's just like, God, I cannot like justify a purchase like that anytime soon, especially nowadays with freaking costs of everything and all that fun stuff.
Yeah, pretty much. Let's go to the base game, and we gotta talk about the Croc, the King Croc himself.
Yeah,
My
Grand Croc, the King
boy,
Croc.
King.
even like
K.
literally
Rool.
even without it, like Bonanza would have been
Oh.
like a genuine like top tier game for me. Like
Yeah.
it would have been up
Okay,
there,
it's-
but like with as soon as I saw that frickin' that disgusting eyeball, I knew this game was going to be like absolutely something legendary.
Also, hearing the leitmotif of Crocodile Cacophony. Oh my god!
That was so good. They absolutely knew.
Yeah,
They played every single card they had.
I kind of wish they referenced Big Boss Blues, but they almost never did. They almost never do.
They did what they they did what they could get away with.
And honestly, DK Bonanza, I will stand on what I say right now. DK Bonanza has the best version of Gameplay Galleon.
No, absolutely. I even the Smash version.
Bar none,
I
bro.
thought
Like,
that was it, but,
I
like,
thought Ultimate's
They even,
version
like-
was peak,
they
but then I heard
quote
this.
the Smash version, even in like the arrangement.
Yeah,
They go
no.
like
Do you have any favorite
that's
form
more
of the Bonanza game?
cacophony, but like that part was in
Famicom,
the Smash version, so they just straight up like mixing the best versions of that there.
Yeah, even if you
Literally.
include the Smash Ultimate remix, yeah, DK Bonanza absolutely demolishes it. It is
I think it might.
absolutely incredible. I don't
It's
even know.
insane.
Which is your favorite form for Nomicon and Starman?
My
Which is your favorite form?
my
from
favorite
DK?
Bonanza form. Wow, good question.
I like the Gear 4 Luffy version of him.
Oh, is that the Bonanza one, the first one?
Yeah, Bonanza, the first one, kind of remind me of Luffy Gear 4 style.
Yeah. Yeah,
I think it would have to be Elephant for me, just because straight up
Elephant?
like it becomes like a new game where you're just literally just everything goes through you.
yeah,
Nothing, absolutely nothing phases you at that point.
yeah.
By the time you have the
It's pretty
Elephant
cool. I
Bonanza.
like the idea of his forms. He could become a zebra, what was it, a snake, an elephant, an ostrich, I think I'm right.
Ostrich is pretty cool.
Yeah.
I don't like how I have to say that's my one criticism. That I feel like uncomfortable looking at a couple of the Bonanza forms. Some of them are a little freaky.
Yeah. If I had to say my favorite Bonanza form, I'd definitely say the first form. Yeah, that was my favorite.
Yeah.
Kong,
I
honestly,
like when
yeah,
he,
like
he just sounded like he went Super Saiyan mode or went Gear 4.
they kind of that's what they literally. They're just giving these guys new, like insane Super Saiyan forms.
Like, which is about time. I keep telling myself, like, when is DK gonna have like a new power up form?
We got Giga Cat Mario. We got like the Aurora dress.
Bowser when
in
Bowser
Showtime.
more serious.
It was his time.
And I'm like,
Yeah, and
yeah, I was like, when is gonna be the monkey turn?
and
And it was. That's just kind of what I was hoping for this whole time. For the last like 11 years since Tropical Freeze. When is it Monkey's time?
yeah,
Like, I haven't seen the
It
3D
was.
game since the 64. I remember playing DK 64. That was like a big thing back when I was like 3 years old. And then I was like, oh, I hope to make a new 3D version of Donkey Kong. But then we see 2D platform. I'm like,
And
okay, we get that. But still, when we get to like
absolutely nothing but
World DK. Here we are now, 2025. We finally, I'm like, it's
I
about
did
damn
it.
time we see this monkey. We finally did it.
they finally did it. And it's
And
26
just this game, like, it would have been one thing if the game was like, you know, a fun little platformer or something, you know, as it is
But for
by
DLC,
good
I
old
really don't
EPD.
understand why.
But just
why
like the
DLC
terrain,
is really-
the entire concept of the terrain, like destruction system, is like just insane that they got it working
yeah,
and made it as like enjoyable as it was.
Can you imagine the DLC is only for Nintendo Switch Online member? Can you imagine that? The DLC
I mean, it could be
only
better.
exclusively
It would be
for
a little nicer, Nintendo.
Switch Online member. People's gonna be like, you know
Making
what?
us have to buy a $100 replica of a Virtual Boy.
If it wasn't more diabolical enough.
Hey man, all I'm saying is, don't look at the Pokemon fans over there. They're already molding enough as is.
Yeah. Yeah, I gotta feel bad about Pokemon fans.
Nintendo's already making us pay $100 for a fake plastic Virtual Boy shell. This would be the least you can do.
Again, like I
For
could
putting it
talk
on
about
NFL.
that direct all day, but this is about the big man.
Yeah, it's about to be back.
Big Monkey, he finally got his own 3D game. Let's go.
He did it.
Did it for Harambe.
Just such a lovely little game there.
All right, so is that all the talking points, or do we have anything left to talk about?
There is one more.
One more, okay.
Go ahead.
The rumored Donkey Kong Country movie.
Oh my god.
So,
Not gonna lie to
I
you.
mean,
Actually, no. I'll let Mamikon take his. I'll let him do his points before I give my thoughts about it.
so there's this rumor going on that Donkey Kong might get his own movie, set in the same universe as the Mario movie, and
Mhm.
and Seth Rogen confirmed that he wants that movie made. He actually wants that movie.
honestly, I mean, it wouldn't.
And now that we know that now that we know that Mario movie 2 is indeed real, and we know we find out that none of the Donkey Kong characters are going to be in Mario movie 2. So that rumor of the supposed Donkey Kong Country movie seems plausible to me. Seems very plausible.
Yeah, like it just makes sense, you know. If Mario Galaxy, I don't know how they're gonna squeeze anything DK into that movie, but for his own standalone one, where they could even focus more on Donkey Kong,
Yeah.
If they do, I hope it
Has to be.
goes well. So I'm
K. Rool
not-
has to. I mean, anytime before Bonanza, I would have been like, K. Rool is not going to be in the movie, but now that's a different story entirely.
I mean, with my stance on it, again, this might be a bit of a hot take, but I kind of think Donkey Kong doesn't really deserve his own movie at this point in time. I know, hot take.
It might be a little bit. I mean,
Cancel me. I don't care. I don't think Donkey Kong deserves his own movie at this juncture.
I mean, with how animated films work, like there's generally a chance we might not even hear anything about this movie until like 20.
Yeah, because right now it's mostly just in rumor territory. We probably won't hear any updates until like 2028 at the earliest.
Yeah, like these things might take a while. So honestly, in like if they're just planning it now and then have it in like 3 to 4 years, I might be a little bit more in the mood for one then.
Yeah, especially
Okay,
considering
we'll be
that Nintendo already recently announced the Mario Galaxy movie, and going off of the games, the Kongs and the Kremlings make basically no appearances outside of maybe some very very obscure cameos. So maybe we might see like Diddy Kong in like a spacesuit somewhere for like a fraction of a frame.
Space Kong.
But other than that, I don't really see Donkey
I wouldn't
Kong
mind
in
that.
general getting his own movie at this juncture. I think it's too soon. I mean, like I like the idea of him getting his own movie, but the thing is that like again, he just got his second 3D outing of a game with a whole 26-year gap. So I think it's best to just let Donkey Kong Bonanza simmer and set in first, because again, the game's only like 2 months out. Let the game simmer and set in, and then maybe in like 2028, 2030, then we can start talking about a potential movie. Because right now, I just don't think he deserves his own movie. I think we should just let it simmer first.
Yeah, I see your do see your point, but like the thing is, like in the Mario movie, the DK Island, they made it a pretty big focus in the movie.
That was like a focal point.
Really
That was like a third of the entire movie, and then DK and Frank.
It was a pretty big focal point. I won't deny that, but it's like that's kind of like why Donkey Kong was mostly just like like he had his own scenes. He was just kind of there for the ride. He wasn't really like. I mean, like, I don't think he even wanted to help Mario. I think he's only there.
Yeah, he's kind of like they have a toxic relationship.
You're not gonna see him for
I
a
would
while.
say.
Then boom, he has his own movie.
Mhm.
The only reason why
And
they're
also,
doing
the fact that it makes sense for the Mario Galaxy because then we've been begging Nintendo to just at least port Galaxy 2 for God knows how long, and then we finally get it, and it's like, oh yeah, $40,
Thank
please.
God.
Like, why are you charging me the same price as it was 2010? Like, come on.
it
Mhm.
was $50.
It was $49.
I think it was.
Yeah,
I don't know. I mean, yeah, like
it was
to be
It was
$49.99.
firm,
$60. It
actually.
was $60, but you know,
We cannot
Nintendo
wait to
stuff.
watch it.
No, I think
Mr. Game
50 was the going for like the biggest, like highest quality Wii games, mainly just because it wasn't like an HD system at the time.
Yeah, but again, we have to bring in Nintendo Selects, which drops the
Mhm.
price down to 20. So it's like,
Yeah, and then the bundle is literally like
the bundle's not even a
$70.
good deal. The bundle's not even a good deal.
It's not.
Especially
I just bought Galaxy 2. I
considering
already bought 3D All Stars.
especially considering if you bought 3D All Stars, like the
There
bundle is not
was
a good
absolutely
deal.
no
It's
reason
more
for me
price
to buy.
gouging.
I love you, Galaxy 1, but I don't love you that much to own 3 separate times.
Yeah,
I much prefer
Wii
Galaxy
version,
anyways.
they came on the Switch.
yeah,
They came on the Switch.
well,
Look, man, I mean, like, I already 100%ed Galaxy 1. I got all 242 stars on my Wii. I don't need to do that again.
Yeah,
I'm looking at you, freaking freaking Comet Luigi star with the whole like disappearing blocks. Fuck that stage.
Luigi's
That
Purple
one.
Coin Chaos. I hate that one.
I hate that.
That
one.
might be the worst like single mission in the entire Galaxy 2.
I really counted. There is actually more purple coins in that galaxy than required, and you still have
they
to
do, but
make
it's
your
still
pathing routing perfect so that you can collect
stupid.
all those coins and still go back to get the star. It's so stupid.
That might be like the most annoying mission in Galaxy 2.
Oh,
I was talking about Galaxy 1, not Galaxy 2. I never played Galaxy.
Even that. I mean, I know they just literally reused the entire like thing, so I might be just thinking of either or.
You said Galaxy 1?
Yes, in Galaxy 1.
Counterpoint.
Yeah, Galaxy 1. I forgot. It's in toy time.
No. Counterpoint. Sling Pod Galaxy. That galaxy needs to go die in a hole.
SpongeBob wasn't that bad.
Toy time's all right. That's
probably
if any galaxy was bad,
No.
I think it was the Dreadnought with that one planet where you were at that where you're at that little junkyard. You had to like throw up the bombs.
Oh my god, the bombs! You don't know that. You got to put them where the
if you don't know about that star, you don't understand.
Then it is.
Imagine
I can replay that game
do it twice.
I mean, hey, you can buy for $49.99 or $39.99. Sorry,
$39.99. You too can suffer.
You can. I love wasting my money on Nintendo. I do it all the time.
I love being a corporate shill. It's my favorite pastime.
They did it. They put Galaxy 2 in 1440. I had to. You don't understand.
But anyway, I think that's all the talking points, right?
Yeah. Before we end this off, Starman, I want to hear your thoughts on the Switch ports of Tropical Freeze and Returns.
Oh yeah, I did pick both of them up. They are. I mean, I just straight up because I didn't own them. I didn't own them until the ports came out.
Oh really?
But they are like. I'll start with Returns since I just think it's an alright port. It's the Wii version upscaled a little bit. A lot of weird slowdown. I gotta note like that. I assume wasn't there in the Wii. Like, there's a couple parts where it like might drop like off frame loading or something. Also, the load time made it a little longer, I think. But it's like that's kind of otherwise it's a fine little game. But I mean, I bought Tropical Freeze like as well. I mean, I know that one came technically first, also later, but like genuinely that is how I learned that Tropical Freeze might be also one of my favorite games. Like, I think that straight up is like a top 10 right there of like games of all time for me. And and Tropical Freeze, dude, even just the Funky Kong mode where they put in like I know it's like the baby mode, but like it's just like an insanely fun like speedrunning mode. You can just with the fact you have way more hit points and can like take a lot more hits and avoid like spikes and stuff. It's really good. I absolutely loved both Returns and Tropical Freeze, but Tropical Freeze is like genuinely one of the GOAT like for me.
No, it's one of the greatest 2D platformers ever made. Like
Yeah.
it
They keep doing it.
yeah, and Starman, how do you feel about Diddy and Funky Kong and Mario Kart 8 Deluxe?
In oh, that was as a little Mario Kart Wii like aficionado there. That was so lovely. The entirety of the booster course pass just being like Mario Kart Wii, but even adding those were like literally the last two they needed to add, and then you could have the entire Mario Kart Wii roster inside of 8 Deluxe. Just made it like that much more special to me.
Yeah, I agree. Like
Mhm. The lovely
I
little
was
thing.
yeah, I was counting on them being added.
I like even when they had like when Nintendo pulled that little not bit of nonsense trying to be like, oh, there's only going to be 2 more slots, and then they drew like, oh, there's actually 4. Like it just genuinely like Diddy and Funky like right there.
Yeah, yeah, pretty much.
They even gave us Pauline and Peachette.
Yeah, yeah, but like
Hmm.
yeah,
I would have been happy to those two, but
yeah, Pauline being there was
you know
cool,
it's
but
crazy.
Pauline being there was cool, but like Diddy and Funky were like the biggest draw for me.
That's what made it
Yeah, and
100%.
and and Starman, how do you feel about the DK Park in Epic Universe?
Oh God, I wouldn't. If it wasn't the entire like Eastern Seaboard away from me, I would love to go check it out in Universal, like Florida, which is probably where I'll go at some point. Like if I ever stop being broke and have enough money to go actually to it, I would love to go see
Which I'll be going
see
in
the
November.
Donkey Kong ride and stuff. Donkey Kong Country, that's what they're calling it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I've been
Mm.
to Universal Studios twice. It's amazing.
Oh my goodness, yeah.
Yeah,
I go to Florida, let's go for
Cannot
Disney
wait.
World.
Cannot wait to go check it out. It'll be my first time ever going there, so
damn,
Hell yes.
it'll be amazing.
you're gonna have a
I forgot to see
blast.
that Nintendo Land. That's cool.
I bet.
I want to go to one. I want to go to one in Japan. I think Japan is 10
Oh
times.
my goodness, yeah. I mean, I would just love to
Yeah.
visit Japan in general, but I know that's freaking many monies.
Yes.
It is. My friend just came back last week, and she told me, yeah, she's done a lot of time.
Huge.
Yep. And I already got my gift ready. So you got me some gift from the center. But we're talking about the monkey today.
And
Mhm.
lastly, Starman, how did you feel about DK's new design when you first saw it in Mario Kart World?
In World, oh yeah, I guess that was dude when that like for the Switch 2 like teaser, literally the first announcement for it. That was like you genuinely could ask me what I cared about more that day. I think it was seeing DK's new design more than the actual new console that got revealed. But like, I think it's definitely a weird situation where I think DK in World, that's not like the best that design looks. He still looks fine in that game, but like, I think there's definitely some part of it that looks a little off, but also it just might be because I'm so used to how he looks in, you know, last about decade or so of my life. Used to him seeing like that. I mean, it's way better than how that freaking Mario Kart 8 that claimed to be DK. That like he looks better than that, at least you can say. But absolutely where the new design like completely makes sense as Bonanza. That's where it started too, I think. I think they straight up confirmed that like in an interview that yeah, the new DK design was first and foremost made for Bonanza. And then like stuff like the movie and Mario Kart World just followed suit.
Yeah. Well,
It definitely took some time, but like now that I've seen it in Bonanza and that, like I just like this is a vast improvement.
Yeah.
Thinking about it now.
Yeah. That's let's just hope that they've actually add some Donkey Kong content in Mario Kart World now that DK
Oh my
Bonanza is
god,
out.
please.
Yeah,
I mean, knowing them, they're if it's more than a level or two, I'm scared how much they're going to charge for it. But
oh my
like,
God, please don't.
I also just absolutely would love some new con. We can worry about that later. That's for
Yeah.
another day. But
Yeah.
for now, I would just absolutely make so much sense.
Yeah.
And now, like, knowing what we know with Bonanza, like, I think a certain Kremling King might need to make an appearance as a playable character for the first time in Mario Kart.
Yeah. Yeah.
That would actually be sick.
Yeah. Yeah. Honestly, like bring not just I think it's about time to not just bring Diddy and Funky in. Bring in Dixie. Bring in Cranky. Bring in Casey.
Honestly,
Absolutely. Bring in
Dixie
Dixie.
will be a good thing. Who's the other monkey one? The one with the blue shirt. What's his name? He was on Donkey Kong 3. What is his name?
Okay, Kitty Kong?
Kitty
A
Kong?
baby?
Yeah, Kitty Kong. Yeah, I never played the third one. I never played the third
I
one.
would.
So
I may have to become a Kitty Kong main if that actually happened.
Not,
There's
not,
no way it would, but
not
if
that.
they
I should
did,
play
I
Donkey
might,
Kong 3. I never played
that
that
might
before.
need to change some things.
That would be sick. That would be sick. That would be sick.
Mhm.
I would love that. I actually love Donkey Kong Country 3. I actually love that game.
I
never
didn't.
played that one.
Actually,
I know
I
it's
didn't
on
only
Switch
play it
too.
for the
I
first
should
time,
check that
like
out.
very soon. But you know, definitely already knew I liked it.
Yeah.
Definitely, I should definitely play that.
Yeah. You got if you want to bring Donkey Kong franchise and Mario Kart World, you got to go all out. You got to bring Diddy.
Mm-hmm. Like make a whole update out of it. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Make a whole like DK themed update.
Yeah. Pretty much.
Donkey Kong was one of my childhood heroes back then. You know,
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
I've always loved him on the Game Boy Color, and then I still like him to this day.
Yep. Well, that
hasn't even changed a bit. He still looks the same, and he still looks like. Just to about the best part, I'm glad they kept the tie. Just imagine they took the tie off.
Mm-hmm. That's like I think that's genuinely like that is DK.
Yeah.
He's not. Then we're just looking at some ape.
Yeah,
we're looking at just some random ape.
All right, go ahead.
With the tie, like that's him.
All right, that ends our DK discussion video. Yeah, the future looks very bright. The future looks very bright.
It really is.
It looks very bright, honestly. So
absolutely,
I'll end this discussion video by plugging in some of the guys' socials, starting with Forze. Where can people find you?
Follow me on Forze18 on IG, and then I got Spotify. Same name with Forze if you want to see my music content daily. Well, like this. And that's about it. So that's all I got. IG.
All right, Basu, where can people find you?
You can find me on @itsbasu _ on Twitter. I'm not calling it X. You call it X, you're a weirdo.
Yep.
All right, and Starman, where can people find you?
You can usually find me on like YouTube or Twitter by the same name, Starman. I am trying to make more YouTube content. I made at least a couple videos, but I'm definitely trying to get back into that pretty soon. So I'll be on the lookout for that.
And as for me, you can follow me on Instagram, Backlog and Letterboxd, down in the description down below. This is Omicron. I'll see you guys next time.